I think we are live in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. We are going on a walk through town. It was very cold over the last week and I haven't been able to stream, but today it is 61 degrees. So all of a sudden it's very, very warm, unseasonably warm. So we haven't been out for a wander in more than a week now because of the frigid Arctic weather that descended upon Kentucky. So I'm excited to be wandering with you all again. Tons to talk about today. It's been so long. I hate going more than a week without a walk. I just finished up work for the day. Hey Leela. Hey Maya. Maya, I don't know if it's Mia or Maya. You'll have to let me know. Hey George. Nice to be out wandering. You can see the remnants of all the salt that they laid down on the sidewalks and roads and everything. All the ice melted salt and everything. It was negative 20 last week. Now it's 60. So, we've got lots to talk about, including the big trip to Japan. So we will be talking about the trip to Japan today. Mia. Excellent. Thank you, Mia. And I shipped a backpack to Mia yesterday. Leela says it was freezing in Augusta too. Wow, I didn't know the Arctic air went that far south. But it'll be nice to go for a little bit of a walk today. Excited for that for sure. Katrina, what's up? Welcome back, everybody. There's a really good steakhouse over there. I'm a vegetarian, so it's lost on me, but all my friends tell me. Really good steakhouse, Jeff Ruby's. Ron is here too. What's up, Ron? Yeah, as the walk goes on today, I'm going to tell you more about my plans for my trip to Japan. Very excited about that. I booked all my hotels, so we have a very good plan in place. Love this restaurant. What do we have going on right now? Pretzel and obatsva. Kettle chips, Belgian frites, fish and chips, bratwurst, fried chicken, spätzle carbonara, duck confit, hanger steak hash. Lots of good stuff on the menu. Yeah, it's a really good restaurant. Alright, there we go. Hey, Deborah's here too. What's up, Deborah? Good to see you. I got off work a few minutes early today at 3:30, so decided to start streaming at 3:30 instead of the 4:30 or 4:15 that I had planned. So a little bit early for anybody who was using the scheduled time to determine when they were going to join the stream today. But this is a walk today I've got kind of mapped out in my head that we have gone on quite a few times. And it's just been well over a month since we've done this particular walk, so I thought I'd go ahead and fire it up. There's the Lexington bus depot over here, kind of the central point for taking public transportation around the city. And when we were in New York, we saw a couple of Edward Cobra murals. So I wanted to walk past the Abraham Lincoln Cobra mural today. So that's where we're headed first. We're hitting some of my absolute favorite spots in downtown Lexington today. So all these sidewalks here are all new. This used to be a plain sidewalk, and they've kind of now set it up for pedestrians on one side and bikes on the other. This is all part of all the public parks that they're putting in downtown Lexington over the next 10 years. All right, here we go. There's Mr. Lincoln. We'll go walk up and take a peek. I think this guy has a Believe bumper sticker on his truck from Ted Lasso. Yeah, he does. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, let's take a look at this mural. They start out really bright. If you had seen this like 6 or 7 years ago when it first went up, maybe 10 years ago, it was so bright. It's still really cool, I think, even though the colors have faded a little bit over the years. It's pretty massive. Truck included for scale, conveniently. One of our most famous Kentuckians right there. Says love the mural. I love that mural too. One of my favorites in Lexington. Not my absolute favorite, but yeah, definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, I've always liked it. That's on brand for Ron. Everybody wants to talk about the mural, and Ron sees something that would make a cool Hot Wheels car. Love that. But I hope everybody had a really good Christmas, those who celebrate. And I hope everybody is going to have a wonderful, happy New Year's Eve and New Year as we transition into 2023. I'm super hyped about it. It was a great year last year. I mean, there was a lot of ups and downs across the whole world, but all in all, very thankful for the year that was, and couldn't be possibly any more excited about 2023 coming up. It's a little windy. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. Right now the cement mixer noise is too bad. This building up here is an old YMCA. Yeah, it got super warm. So I was, on my last walk, I was bundled up with toboggan and gloves and big giant coat and boots, and today I just got a vest on and some wind pants. Ron says went to the beach. I am jealous of that. I didn't see that yet on your Insta. I'll have to go check that. Deborah says it's going to be a great year. Amen to that. This is kind of my favorite. I don't know if we'd call this brutalist. I think it's a little bit brutalist, but I've always enjoyed this really old apartment building. And we're heading down. Those of you who watch Lexington walks with me a lot, you'll know where we're going. We're headed down to Thoroughbred Park. We're taking the kind of the Main Street walk through Lexington. So we're heading down Short Street right now, or excuse me, Vine Street. And we're gonna get on Main Street down at Thoroughbred Park and walk through the park, maybe get a cup of coffee, and then head all the way back up to Triangle Park on the other side of town down by Rupp Arena. So should be a good walk. Oh, and here you can see what's left of the snow we had. There is nothing more depressing than old snow. So that's what's left. Oh, here's a little bit of good snow right here. I have been basically, when I haven't been working over the last 5 days, I've been just devouring content on how to spend a 2-week trip to Japan. There are a lot of different opinions out there and a lot of different choices that could be made. And I think I've landed on what I want to do. Nothing's set in stone all the way, but I had to go ahead and start booking things because it is going to be cherry blossom season, so things will fill up. So I wanted to go ahead and start booking, and I have my hotels, and I've made, I think, some unique choices. Some choices that probably everybody would make, and some choices that I think maybe only I would make. So we'll see how it goes, but it's the trip of a lifetime, and it's going to be here before we know it. So April 1st, I leave the US and head to Japan. So I promise it's not an elaborate April Fool's Day joke. April 1st, I'm actually headed to Japan. Deborah says, is Japan a vacation? Yes. Well, it's travel. In my head, I make kind of a distinction between travel and vacation. And vacation, I think, is more going to the beach, going someplace you know really well. It kind of relaxes your mind. Travel is expanding your mind and challenging, and my head is gonna hurt at the end of every night and a little bit of overload. So, hey, Kay Shepherd, thanks for joining. Deborah says, will I film it? Every second of it. I don't know if I'm gonna have great signal for live streams. I really don't know yet. I've landed on what I think is gonna work for some live streams, but the reality is it might not. And so I think everybody's gonna have to be prepared that some of the Japan trip, or a majority of the Japan trip, might be 4K videos with me narrating like this, but without being able to talk to you guys, which would be a shame. But, oh, hey Dream Machine, what's up, what's up? So, yeah, I'm hoping that my solution for live streams works. Fingers crossed. We will see, we will see. Mia says, anything you're looking forward to the most in Japan? Honestly, the historic stuff. So I know Japan is kind of retro-futuristic. Is that the right way to put it? Like technology and you know, forward-looking, but most of what I'm looking forward to is historic stuff. You know, old post towns, feudal streets.
Wait.
Oh, Kay Shepherd. No, thank you so much. Thanks for that update. Goodness gracious. I really, really appreciate it. All right, good to know. Okay, so everybody, Kaya is now Kay Shepherd, in case you didn't know. I may be the last to know, but I haven't been streaming consistently since New York. Hello, horsey. Thoroughbred Park. This kind of anchors one end of Main Street. This is Main Street right here. And so we'll walk down Main Street. Dream Machine says the weight guy is there in Lexington. Yeah. The weight guy is everywhere. I wonder if that is a real person, and I wonder if he gets paid a royalty every time you push the button. Ron says, are you renting a tiny convertible? You know, I looked into it, but there's a lot of rules for renting a car in Japan. You have to have an international driver's license. You have to have a translation of your driver's license into Japanese. It's a little tricky, and then I'm gonna spend a lot of my time in big cities. And so once I get there to Japan, you know, I would hate to pay to have a car and then it's sitting there parked. Yeah, Kaya, it has been too long since the New York trip, because I was frozen in. It was like negative 20 degrees here in Lexington, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. But no, I won't be renting a car in Japan. Instead, I will be riding trains and buses the whole time. And looking forward to it. You know, almost everywhere I go, I end up renting a car because it's my favorite way to see a place. I think it involves the most freedom. But that's really because public transportation in most places is a little bit unreliable, and there's not a ton of options. In Japan, like, there's a ton of options available. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I think in my first time in Japan, it would be a shame if I didn't, you know, hop on bullet trains and see the country through the incredible public transportation network. Next time I go, maybe a rental car. All right, who wants to hear about what the proposed itinerary is for Japan? And for those wondering, it's now 60 degrees in Lexington. So, in Japan, I'm going to arrive on the 2nd in Tokyo. So April 2nd, which is, you know, a little bit over 3 months from now, right? January, February, March, and then we leave. This is a statue of Lexington the horse. The town was named after the horse, or the horse was named after the town. I can't remember. 1850. So the horse was named after the town. The town was named after Lexington in Massachusetts, which I think was named after Lexington in England, probably. All right, so we're gonna spend 3 days in Tokyo right off the bat. And 4 days total, but one of those days is gonna be a day trip. And I'm gonna mispronounce the heck out of things right now. So from April 2nd through 6th, we'll be in Tokyo with a day trip to Nikko. And that is a mountain spa town. And see some shrines and temples and get a little bit north of Tokyo. Not quite into the Alps, but north. Then we're going to take a train to, let me make sure that I get this right, because some of the names start to run together for me because I'm just learning right now. Then we're gonna get on a train and go to Takayama, which is, you know, in the foothills of the Japanese Alps. And we're gonna go see some historic villages and explore the town of Takayama, the city of Takayama. And then we're gonna go to Kanagawa. And in Kanagawa, we're going to explore kind of a historic old town. And probably everywhere I go, I'll be looking for the most historic part of town. And then also, you know, seeing where people live and work and shop, and trying to get a flavor for the real Japan as much as possible. So once we go to Kanagawa, we'll then leave Kanagawa and go to Kyoto. And we're gonna spend a couple of days in Kyoto and go to also a day trip to Nara and go pet some deer at the Nara temple. And lots of historic buildings in Nara as well. Then we're gonna go to Osaka for a couple of nights, which should be really good. And from Osaka, we're gonna go to Hiroshima. And then from Hiroshima, we're gonna go to Fukuoka. I probably am mispronouncing that, but it's a place that I saw Tokyo Explorer go. Fukuoka, it's in the far south, not all the way to Okinawa, but very far south in Kumamoto Prefecture, if I have that right. And we're gonna stay in Fukuoka for a couple of nights, and I'm gonna day trip around and see some shrines, and maybe try and make it a little even further south to an island. And then from there, we're gonna get back on the bullet train and head north back to Tokyo with a little bit of a stop to see some old post towns and a couple of nights in Tokyo at the end of the trip for a couple more walks. And just in case at that point I haven't had a chance to see Tokyo Explorer or Tokyo Paul or Daniel and Yuka or Lemmy or any of the awesome streamers that I hope to see on this trip, then it'll give me another day or two to try and rendezvous and get a cup of coffee and hopefully go for a walk. If I do get to go for a walk with any of those streamers, I'll put a note up on Instagram and Twitter and on YouTube, but I likely will just join them on their channel rather than streaming on my channel. You know, I don't want to take away from their channel, and frankly, I just want to be along for the ride, and I want to listen to them share about their communities and neighborhoods and favorite places, and just hopefully enjoy the walk with them. Ron says, I'm going to enjoy watching you pronouncing places there. Yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of people enjoying listening to a Kentuckian try to say Japanese place names. So the focus of the trip is I'm going to go to some of the biggest places and then a couple of out of the way places that I don't think everybody goes to. And I'm going to try and see a lot of shrines and old villages. And then also some fun walks through city centers. So let me know what you think. That's the plan for now. Sorry. Wait. Dream Machine says I would pretty much do the same thing if I were you too. Yeah, it's a little ambitious probably, but I've got to say the yen is in such a favorable place to the US dollar right now. I think there's only one hotel on the whole trip that I'm paying more than $75 per night. And most of my hotels are under $60 a night. And they're nice hotels. I actually was thinking about going with a bunch of hostels and capsule hotels, but once I saw that, you know, some really nice hotels were $50 a night, I just signed up, said, yeah. Cat Cafe, maybe. maybe to the Cat Cafe. I've never really liked having animals around when I'm eating, so I don't know. I'll definitely see one, I'm sure, especially in Tokyo. I did see a place to book a room at the Dinosaur Hotel. And that's the one that is staffed at the reception desk by animatronic dinosaurs, and I passed on that. But yeah, the prices were crazy good, and frankly the prices on everything right now. Hey Rodney, the prices on everything, including the airplane ticket to get over there, normally around $1,800 from Kentucky to Tokyo, was down to $1,175. So pretty good time, all things considered, to pack up your bags and go to Japan. Other prices that I've run into so far. I've got a pocket Wi-Fi device that I bought, rented, that I pick up at the airport when I get there. That'll give me Wi-Fi throughout the whole trip, unlimited data. I thought about a SIM card for my phone, but all the SIM cards, if you read the fine print, have data throttling, which means that for a streamer, they would throttle my speed way down as soon as I spent 2 gigabytes, and I spend 2 gigabytes like it's nothing. So yeah, that's going to cost me about $60 for 2 weeks to have unlimited data, which is a pretty good deal, I think. And then what's the other thing I got? Hold on. Oh, the Japan Rail Pass. 2 weeks of unlimited train rides throughout Japan on the Japan Rail Network, about $350 US. Deborah says, do you speak Japanese? No, not even a single word. Well, arigato gozaimasu. I speak 2 words. Hi. Yeah, not a lick. So yeah, it's going to be an adventure. I don't speak much Japanese, but I travel cheap. So I usually eat most of my food from grocery or convenience stores when I travel. I'll hit a couple of restaurants, but I like to go light. You know, sometimes when I'm road tripping in the US, I'll eat nothing but Cliff Bars for a day, which is not the healthiest thing in the world, but I just need calories while I'm on the road. I will try a ton of Japanese street food. I plan to go to a fish market or two. But yeah, I speak no Japanese. I know little to nothing. I've studied the country for years and I'm very interested in the country, but in terms of practically navigating the country, that will be all new. Like I could tell you about literature or pop culture, which will have very little to do with actually navigating the country this spring and getting on the right train and all that. There's the Kentucky Theater. Looks like When Harry Met Sally is showing, so we might have gotten into a time warp here. 18 people have joined. Welcome everybody, good to see you. Those who are joining, I think we're almost to our original scheduled time for today. I got off work about 15 minutes early today, so went ahead and started the stream. Mia, that's the $1 million question. What bag will I take? I'll probably take my Cotopaxi Alpa 42-liter travel bag, but I've got to check the carry-on size restrictions for the international flight first. George, what's up? Ron says, Tore wa doko desu ka? Oh my God, this is gonna be, like, they're gonna laugh at me so hard. With the exception of that culturally, it probably wouldn't be appropriate to laugh at me. So they probably won't laugh at me really hard from everything I've read. I think I will get a lot of patience and kindness and understanding, as long as I'm not rude and as long as I am being considerate of others, which I plan to be because I just am anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn a lot of phrases, and I've got Google Translate. And Google Translate always helps. That was very helpful when I went to Barcelona. But Mia, if I can't use the Cotopaxi Alpa 42-liter, then I'm probably gonna have to downsize and take my Green Room Rainmaker. George says, did I get a hold of... Actually, I sent a note to TE asking him for tips. I sent a note to Paul. I sent a note to Dan, who recently traveled to Japan. I'm going to have to send a note. Who else just went to Japan? Oh, my mind is drawing a blank. But yeah, I'm going to ask for all the help. And I sent a note to Daniel and Yuka as well to get their thoughts. It was Clayton. I need to send Clayton a note. He just went to Japan too. So I'll be asking everybody for tips. Ron says poo-poo is an international word. That's good to know. So emergency situations, I will be understood. For those of you who haven't been to Lexington before or been on one of these walks with me before, this is the courthouse in Lexington. Yeah, Clayton just got back. That's right, George. So I'll have to ask Clayton if he's got any tips for me. Wait. Not a ton of people out and about this afternoon. I think it looks colder than it is. So it's 60 degrees outside. George says exchange your money in the airport. Okay, good to know. Yep. And I'm gonna have to get my Suica card at the airport and pick up my pocket Wi-Fi and exchange my Japan Rail Pass. So lots to do in the airport before I leave. you guys can go on this adventure from start to finish with me as I learn what the heck I'm doing, and I'm sure get on the wrong train once or twice, but as long as you know going in that it's going to be a learning journey, then I think you won't be frustrated. And that's how I'm going into it, is just I'm expecting to be confused and I'm expecting to be a little bit overwhelmed. And so when it happens, I won't be shocked at all. I'll just say, okay, well, this is what I was expecting. There's the blue building and the blue penguin. Stream Machine is quoting Melman from Madagascar. That's the second stream in a row with a Madagascar reference, which seems unlikely, because we did the Central Park stream. Here's the old courthouse. Yeah, George, I hope so. I hope so, man. I hope we are gonna do a collab. I would love that. At the very least, I'd like to meet up and buy a coffee for some of my streaming idols. And go see Coffee Man, Coffee Person. And go walk the gorge, all kinds of fun stuff. All right, I think we'll head down to Tranquil Park and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. I don't think I'm quite done streaming. It's only been 35 minutes so far. I was hoping to get a 90-minute stream in today. Maybe we'll come back this way and we'll end at Tranquil Park. Let's go ahead and head down this way. We'll go down past Transylvania University. This is where they have the farmers market on the weekends. Yeah, George Lemmy would be awesome to do a collab with. Mia says, look at Japanese bags. Yeah, no doubt. I love Harvest Label, one of my favorite brands ever. And Porter and all kinds. Yeah, I'll be obsessed with the bags. You guys will see me on every stream saying, I wonder what that bag is. I wonder what that bag is. Mark is here. Mark says, have I seen the Springs Hotel? Is that the big circular one that kind of looks like a old Roman Colosseum? I haven't stayed there, but my parents have been to one and they showed me pictures of the lobby and it was pretty epic. Howdy, what's up? Good to see you. I think that's the hotel you're talking about, but that's a cool place. Yeah, George, Coffee Person is the real deal. We're coming up now. This actually is my favorite mural in Lexington. Lily and the Silly Monkeys. I always stop and wave at it. Mark says, yes, it's amazing. That's very cool. Glad you got to go. Are you back home now? All right, this is by Harakut, which is a pair of artists. But this is Lily and the Silly Monkeys. Mark says, put it on your radar. I will. It's been on my radar, but I haven't had a chance to stop yet. I hope I do soon. Yeah, this one always had kind of a Peter Pan, Lost Boys, fantasy vibe to it to me. So, Mark, how long was the flight? And where did you fly out of? All right, we're heading down here through Gratz Park, which is a very, let's say, high rent place. Lots of very old, fancy homes. Oh, I've never seen this open before. It's a nice little courtyard garden. Mark says only a 2-hour drive. Okay, I thought it would have been a flight. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. That's good, okay. 2 hours. I think it's about 2.5 hours for me from there. Yeah, kind of a gray winter day, but it feels like spring. It's very weird weather out here today. See people wearing short sleeves even. Yeah, there's somebody up there wearing short sleeves. Bebopping out. This is the Carnegie Center. It's in the space that used to be Lexington's first public library a long time ago. Slow down, buddy. Yeah, so this is the Gratz Park Historic District. There's a cool little garden back in here too. I always like these bricks that some of them have been mossed over. So those of you who need a cool desktop background, there you go. You can screenshot that and work with the contrast a little bit. And here we see some Lexingtonians supporting Ukraine. You can see what I mean about these houses. They're very expensive. They've all been redone on the inside. And this is Gratz Park here. Not very many people out and about at all today, which is a shame because it really is nice weather out here. But also, I think it's worth saying that both major universities in town the University of Kentucky and Transylvania, which is right up here, are both still out of session. So that's a big chunk of Lexington's population that doesn't need to be here right now. And so have headed home to small communities around the state. Mark asked if I've heard that there's a movie coming out about Cocaine Bear. I have not. The Bluegrass Conspiracy. I've not heard about that. I'm not surprised though, with all the different platforms that are out there, like Netflix and Hulu and everybody. It's a great story. Lots of suspense. So that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I like the yellow door. I like that. Let's see, are we good to go? Yeah, we're good to go. All right, this is now the property of Transylvania University that we are on. So we're gonna walk through the middle of campus here. Yeah, Transylvania. Like Dracula, but not actually like Dracula. Transylvania was the name of the territory west of Virginia for a long time before these places were actually states. So this is a really well thought of liberal arts colleges. It's one of the best schools in Kentucky, and I think fairly highly rated nationwide as well. Oh, there you go. There's a sign. Top 10% of America's top colleges. It doesn't say according to who, but according to that sign on that pole over there. This is the administrative building of the college. Stately old building. And you can look back down across Gratz Park towards downtown. That's where we came from. Where should we go from here? Should we head back to downtown? Should we head up towards one of the old breweries? I don't know. We'll keep walking though. It's been about 50 minutes so far. Yeah, you can see school is definitely not in session right now. Just an empty campus. They've even put the chairs up. Look at this one. This is where the Knights of the Round Table sit when they're on campus. Oh, look, there's power. So Sir Lancelot can plug in his laptop. Transylvania means across the woods in Latin. Oh, I didn't know that, but I guess that makes sense. Trans meaning across. Top 1% best colleges for the money. That sounds like an equation worth knowing. No sense paying more than you need to, especially for your undergraduate education. George says old abandoned brewery. It's not abandoned, it's just old. So the brewery's still there. Abandoned would be cool, but I can't promise that. Might be abandoned because it's only like 4:30 p.m. So there might not be any customers, but not abandoned like you were thinking. The college is kind of abandoned, no? Just not ruined. We will do, by the way, another stream this week. So I think Saturday morning we'll get up and do a stream. So multiple live streams. I'm gonna try and do multiple live streams every single week this year if weather and my job permit. Oh, here's a squirrel in his little squirrel tube. What are you doing, squirrel? He went down the gutter. I guess he's living in there. Squirrel. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. Oh, what's happening? You're on YouTube. Lots of viewers are saying hi to you. And POV is back to say hi to you. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. And there's the Transylvania public safety guy. We'll see if he has anything to say to us about me filming a squirrel. We shall see. Probably not. Yeah, Dream Machine, I know your POV. Everybody else might not know. So if you don't know, Dream Machine has a channel out of Georgia and he changed his username. It was POV. Dream Machine's a longtime mod for Action Kids channel. But make sure you check out POV's channel and Ron's channel, by the way. And I don't think there's anybody else in the chat that I need to direct people to check out a channel of, but oh, Audi's channel. But these are friends of the channel, and they need your support more than Mr. Beast does. I think we'll go this way. We've checked out the brewery this way, West 6th, a number of times, but I've never taken you down this way to see Blue Stallion, which is another brewery down this way. So let's do that. And then there's some pretty cool apartment buildings down here that I think are architecturally interesting. So we'll go take a look at those as well. But yeah, I think that's what we'll do with the rest of the stream. We'll go down to Blue Stallion. And we'll check out Blue Stallion, then we'll swing by those cool old apartments, or cool kind of modernist apartments, and then we'll head down to Rupp Arena and the Civic Center. And then from there, we'll also check out Tranquil Park. These are kind of on every corner, kind of tell you how to get around the city and what districts have what and how far you are away from those things. So we're leaving Transylvania University. The last chunk of buildings are up here near this volleyball court. And then we're heading down towards the Georgetown Road corridor, and the big building up here on our right, past the field, used to be a mental hospital, and it was shut down. And now it has been rebuilt as part of the local community college system. It's a pretty massive, sprawling campus. I'll show it to you when we get down there. Not going to show them on film, but there's some kids playing in the sand volleyball court like it's the world's biggest sandbox. It's kind of cool. I try not to film kids, even just wandering around the streets. Adults who are out and about are fair game. You're in public, you could be filmed. Kids, a different thing. It's even quieter over here. Just us and this guy in the green shirt. Nobody else. Seems like it's abandoned. It's not, but it seems like it. Howdy says he's the only person who hasn't changed his name. A little bit. I think I'm gonna stick with mine too. I don't know what they're going to do with this lot. They're very clear with all these signs that this is owned by the university. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. Probably dorms. Dorms generate income. There's a cool little neighborhood back in here. A gated community, quite literally. This is the gate. I think that's called Transylvania Park. But I'm not 100% on that. All right, so we'll cross over Jefferson Street down here and we'll get a peek at one of my favorite new murals in town, and then we'll keep on heading down towards Blue Stallion. Maybe I should stop and get a snack at Blue Stallion. I don't know. Do I want to keep walking or do I want to get a snack? George says, have I reached out to Tokyo Explorer yet? Yeah. I sent him a note last night on Twitter. And it's a little too far out to make plans. Like if somebody asked me what I was doing in April besides this Tokyo trip, I would have no idea. But he is aware that I'm heading to town, and if we can make something work, we will. Ron says Japanese don't put sugar in their tea. Yeah, I am not surprised by that. That is a culture that really understands and respects great tea. And I am in the camp that sugar ruins both coffee and tea. Here's that mural I was talking about, where this young lady seems to be kind of descending from the sky with a beam of light shooting out of her heart. I think it's really amazing. And the colors there, if you're from Kentucky, you would kind of recognize this kind of pattern here as looking like an agate, which is a type of rock from that Kentucky is fairly famous for. We have some of the best agate and most prized agate found in the US. That's AGATE. If you type into your Google machines, Kentucky agate, Howdy says, can hear a train. I think that's a siren. It sounds a bit like a train, but I think it's a siren down on Main Street. Unless I missed what you were talking about. There's a sports stadium for Transy. It's their soccer field. Among other sports, lacrosse is played there too. Oh, Dream Machine heard a train too. So maybe I'm the only one who missed it. There's the local Montessori school way back there off the street. And this is the athletic complex where they play soccer and lacrosse and all that. And their track and field stadium as well. And I think we're on the wrong street for Blue Stallion, maybe. It might be one street that way. It's okay, we'll come up here and turn at the major street up here. I don't know, am I up for a snack tonight? That might be nice. I don't drink, so the main point of breweries, it's gonna sound like I had a problem, but I used to drink a lot. I used to visit breweries and I hang out with my friends at breweries, and it was kind of my main social activity was to go to microbreweries, but it's been almost 3 years since I've had a drink. But they probably have sodas, and I can get a soda and a snack. Right up here, these big brick buildings up here, that's the former Eastern State Mental Hospital that I was talking about that was repurposed. Rather than just going to waste, it was repurposed and turned into a community college system. So it's a large community college campus. All right, now we can head this way. There's some new apartments they're building. Those aren't the ones I was talking about, but those are kind of cool looking. We'll head down this way. This looks interesting. This old grain silo right next to the train tracks. right in the middle of downtown Lexington. Little nod to our agricultural roots. Yeah, I think we'll stop in at the brewery if it's open. It's Thursday? Yeah, it'll be open. I'm not sure if they'll let me film inside. I'll ask. Those things are big. Could you imagine climbing up there? With the sirens blaring and the broken windows, this doesn't seem like the best part of town, but it's really not that bad. Hey, Barack is here. What's up? Welcome to the chat, sir. All right, 3rd Street is right up here. That's what the brewery is on. I like these little Jeep Gladiators. I think these are kind of cool. Oh, look at this. The Mark Michael Baseball School. That is not something I would expect to see down here. Baseball school, huh? Interesting. All right, there's the brewery right over here. I always thought this was one of the cooler little breweries in Lexington. Some cute old homes around here too. This brewery is a German style brewery. So they have a lot of Hefeweizens and Dunkels and Munich style lagers. But they pride themselves on German beers at this brewery. And this is the brewery Blue Stallion. And it looks like they're closed down over here. We'll see if they allow filming. Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. No, we don't. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, no problem.
You ready, Jason?
I'll keep it pointed down until I ask him if it's okay. Of course. That's fine.
Do you want to start a tab or just close out
That's
with
all
the
I
food?
need.
Okay, so the grilled cheese and tomato bisque, and then just a
Itinerary, that's the word I was looking for the trip to Japan, and I'm very, very much looking forward to that trip. I guess I'll draw a map. Maybe that'll be the best way to do it, just to kind of outline what the trip will look like for everybody. Maybe I'll do that tonight if I have time, tomorrow night at the latest, but really looking forward to the trip. If you guys have any questions about the trip while we're waiting on the food, now is a great time to ask those questions. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely not going to make any money off this stream. I do want to show you this cool building over here though, so let me flip this around. George says it's going to be hard to find vegetarian dishes in Japan. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of an old grain building over there, kind of a grain storage building right on the railroad tracks. There's our full surroundings. There's me. All right. Leela says, am I going to Hiroshima or Nagasaki? Yeah, I'm going to go to Hiroshima, and I'm going to go to the Peace Garden for sure, and see kind of the site of the bombing. I absolutely am going to go to Hiroshima. I think it would be unthinkable to visit Japan and not reflect on the history of World War II. If I'm going to see history, and that's kind of the primary reason that I'm going to see feudal Japan primarily, and historical buildings and historical neighborhoods or well-preserved sections of towns, I'm definitely going to make some time to see Hiroshima. Oh my goodness. Karina just said that her uncle passed away. I'm so sorry. So those who pray, send prayers. Everybody else, send some goodwill and good vibes to Karina and her family. That is such a shame. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. Well, the copyright issues here are problematic, but it's nice music. Rock the boat. So, very nice. We'll have a snack, kind of dinner, I guess. I got grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's one of my favorite meals all time, and so we'll see what their version of grilled cheese and tomato soup looks like. Yeah. How's it going, man? Good. So we'll get the food here in a minute, and then we'll get moving again as soon as I gobble down that food. But it's been a good walk. We just hit 1 hour and 15 minutes, and we'll definitely do a 90-minute to 2-hour stream tonight. So it should be a good walk, and I'm sorry once again that it's been so long in between live streams. That's not what I intended, but I didn't see this kind of Arctic blast winter weather coming. Just checking my other social media platforms for messages. And if you haven't already, make sure you hook up with me on Instagram and Twitter. That's an easier place to chat in between streams for me than the YouTube comment section. So you can at any time direct message me on Twitter or Instagram. It's at Bit of a Wander. Yeah, not only is this good weather to get a little grilled cheese and tomato soup on, the music is pretty good. All right, no other messages at the moment. So those of you who joined late, the trip is going to be Tokyo to Nikko to Kanagawa to Kyoto to Osaka to Hiroshima to Fukuoka. I can't say that one yet. I'm gonna look it up. Then back up through some smaller towns to Tokyo over the course of 2 weeks with lots of little side trips and day trips. My goal will be to try and do a live video every day, but I'm going to be streaming off of a pocket Wi-Fi device, and that just might not work out. So if it doesn't work out, then I'll be shooting 3 or 4 4K videos and then uploading them as I have good Wi-Fi. So it'll be one of those two plans. Either live video and some 4K videos every day, or just 4K videos if the Wi-Fi is just no good, if it's unstable. So, one of those two. Barack says that feels a strong desire to travel to the US. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about a 15-hour stream, probably not. I'm thinking probably like 2-hour streams. You know, that kind of undid me in New York when I was up in New York. That first day when I walked 17 miles, that wrecked my knee, and I actually shortened the trip because of how bad I messed up my knee on that first day. So I'm going to be pretty careful in Japan to not overdo it so that I can keep rolling. So probably not a 15-hour live stream. We're probably not going to be doing any mega walks along train lines. I'm going to get on the train. But yeah, I will be purposefully taking it as easy as possible. Couple of hours of walking every day, and then some sitting and relaxing and enjoying the sights and sounds, sitting in parks. I'm going to be eating a lot of konbini food. There's a Japanese word I know, konbini. It's my favorite thing to eat when I'm in the U.S. So I'm looking forward to even more elevated convenience store food in Japan. It's more than AK. Yeah, I overdid it in New York, and I didn't even know I was overdoing it. I shouldn't have done, because on that first day, I started down in Chelsea, and I walked to the little island, and then I walked up the High Line to Hudson Yard, and then I walked through Midtown, and then all the way up to Central Park. Then I walked around in Midtown a little bit, and then I walked the whole entire length of Central Park from south to north, and yeah, it killed me. But it was fun. I loved it. But whew. And the 15-hour stream that George is talking about is actually something Daniel did recently on Daniel and Yuka's channel. That was crazy. He did the entire length of the Yamamote line, which I think circles the Metro Tokyo area. So crazy. But I've had some big days, but my knees are not good enough to anymore. I'm old now. I'm in my 40s. So, you know, I'm not walking I'm walking more than I did when I was in my 20s actually, but my knees are not as good. They've got another 20 years on them. Oh, thanks, brother. That looks amazing. Wow. Thanks a bunch.
You're very welcome.
I'll bring it back in when I'm done.
No,
Thanks, man.
Oh, I can grab one.
Either or.
All right.
All right, hold on. I got to show you guys this. How's that for a little brewery food? Yeah, so no stream tomorrow. Although I might play GeoGuessr tomorrow night. But then definitely a stream on Sunday or Saturday morning. And a couple of bag reviews are going up on the EDC channel. So if you're ever in Kentucky, Blue Stallion Brewery, tomato and grilled cheese. That is crazy good, like crazy good. Pretty good. Pretty good. George puts Fritos in soup. Huh. I don't think that's any different than like oyster crackers. I think I put Cheetos or Fritos on my chili before. Penelope said, is that a swirl of balsamic reduction? Yes, it is. Yeah, they put some balsamic and some herbs in the soup. And it is really, really good. I'm almost done, then we'll get rolling again. That is some delicious food. I didn't know we'd be having dinner tonight on the stream. I thought just a snack. Let me knock out this soup and we'll get rolling. It feels like it's cooling down a little bit. It's 5 o'clock. And the weather is now 57 degrees, so it is. Looks like it's going down a couple of degrees. Karina's having Chinese food delivered. That sounds like a pretty good situation. All right, if you guys can bear with me for about 2 minutes, I'm gonna hit the restroom really quick and then I'll be right back. If anybody else joins, tell them please that I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Oh, it looks like almost everybody stuck around still. So thank you for that. Let's go this way. Been a fun wander tonight. Thanks for coming along for some dinner with me. And we definitely are going to have copyright issues on the stream, but I enjoyed the music. I hope you guys did too. It's a pretty house. I like the cedar on the porch. Very pretty. Yeah, this is one of those streams that I'm not even going to bother to try and reclaim the copyrights. I'm just going to not monetize it. Sometimes you make income, sometimes you just hang out with your friends, right? All right, now we're gonna walk down towards Tranquil Park. And on the other side of Tranquil Park, that way is where I parked the beast. And that'll be the end of the stream, but we're probably about 20 minutes away from that. Oh, I like, I like the color and the porch that they built on this house over here. Really neat choices. A kind of deep teal. What color is that? What would we call that? Dark teal? Looks more blue than it does on the screen, I think. Huh. I don't know what color that is at all. It's a little greenish, but it's more blue. Huh. God, that grilled cheese was so good. It had like really flaky sea salt on top. It looked like sugar. It was so coated in it. It was good. And it had caramelized onions and 3 different kinds of cheeses. And yum. Yum. All right, here's Jefferson Street, and we'll take it over to Short Street, and then we'll walk down Short Street towards Tranquil Park. I like that blue house too. Woof, 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 woof. Here's the Green Lantern Bar. That's an old Lexington institution. And this one on the other corner here has been, it's been a number of different bars over the years, but always a bar. Oh, look at the cool hot rod in front of it. Hold on, I'll get over there. We can check it out. Mark says, I wonder why there's been so many sirens tonight. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird. There were a lot of sirens over the last couple of nights because of the winter weather and ice on the roads. Chase Tap Room, that's their vehicle. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Another fire truck coming out. I guess there's some fires, because these are fire truck sirens. And There's a fire truck leaving the old firehouse right now. Siren's not on though, so they may be going to get some dinner. This is one of the old historic firehouses. The oldest and the boldest, it says in the window. It's a cool old firehouse. So this little stretch of Jefferson Street has a lot of restaurants on it. Kind of a dining destination. This is a facility that does like weddings and parties and stuff. I'll see if I can poke the camera in and you can see. It's really pretty in there. What's it called? The apiary? Can't poke the camera in that way. See, it is pretty in there. Well, that's a little easier to show you. Pretty place. Pretty expensive place, but a pretty place. Oh, Karina says she's heading to New York. That's cool. Love to hear that. This is an old neighborhood grocery store right here. It's not like, they don't have a ton of vegetables and stuff, but they do have like sandwiches and meats and cheeses and a wine bar. It's called Wine and Market, so a little local market. Get a feel. Local art gallery. And that's a steakhouse over there. And there's another restaurant up here and two more restaurants up there. So just a kind of relaxed dining street. There's a happy playground. Look at that. I like that. Oh, thanks, Mark. Glad I'm showing you some places that you haven't seen before. Yeah, these are really old homes that have been converted into some condos and some restaurants. Kind of mixed use. Love that fox mural over there. It's really neat. And this building in the yellow here is a very famous local restaurant called Stella's Kentucky Deli. Kind of an institution. Oh, and here's a corgi to jump on our legs. Yay for corgis. Hello. Corgis are adorable. Yeah, there's Stella's Kentucky Deli. Good sandwiches there. Cool box truck. Could convert that into a camper. Sorella Gelateria. So get some gelato. It's actually a nice night for gelato. If I just hadn't eaten a whole bunch of grilled cheese sandwich, then I would have gotten a gelato. Cool old house right here. Cannonball style. A lot of old architecture through this little section of Lexington. We're heading back down towards downtown right now. Huh, George, did Karina say she was going to get enough for everybody? I think they may still have the ice skating rink up, which will be probably completely abandoned right now. Let's head down through this church parking lot and then over to the new Rupp Arena and walk through the new construction here. So it's called Central Bank Center now. That's the convention center name. And then Rupp Arena is the big building back here. But it's all got kind of this new facade on the front of it. We'll walk down through this way. This has been a fun walk, you guys. I see a little blue sky up there, just a little, peeking through it, just a little. Little very old school architecture on this side of the street. And very new stuff on this side of the street. This church was built in 1913. No crosswalk here. Doesn't look like there's going to be a break in the traffic, so we'll head down this way. There's a new little store. The Kentucky version of a konbini, the Main Street Market. And there you can see the sign for Rupp Arena. It's where the truck who went by us at the start of the stream. Yeah, I definitely think it is. Let's see. See if there's anything good to catch in the world today. Not really. Welcome back, Karina. We missed you. Thank you. This is the creek that they're bringing back up to the surface in downtown Lexington. Slowly, very slowly. Very modern building here. Oh, there are people. There are people ice skating. All right, we'll go check that out. I didn't think there'd be anybody ice skating since it's almost 60 degrees outside, but I was wrong. Maybe that's the best time to ice skate. I really like those staircases up there. Yeah, we'll go check it out. And then that'll get us to a 2-hour stream, so why not, right? That's a new one. Oh, we got a walk sign. Walk, 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 walk. I do see some people in short sleeve shirts ice skating. It's a kind of a cool look. Oh, some more copyrighted music. Since you've been gone. I think this will be the thumbnail. It is weird. I know that some of you live in very warm places, but for me it is weird for it to be almost 60 degrees with all this ice skating and Christmas trees and stuff. There's Lexington City Christmas tree. Probably not. I never like to film other people. But thank you. Have a great night.
It's on Facebook.
Nice try, kid. George, understood, man. See you later. See everybody out skating. Looks like everybody's having fun. And here's the little taco place. Get some margaritas. It is a cool looking place, but I am very worried about them because I've never seen a customer here. So I am very worried. There's somebody up there sliding down the rail. I don't know if you can see him. Impressing his date, who is looking at her phone. Hilarious. Well, this certainly has been a fun stream. We're about at the end. It's been just under 2 hours. I've had a blast with you guys tonight. Nice to get back on the horse, the proverbial horse. The horse is the best proverb to use in Lexington. Sorry about the long delay between streams with all that really terrible weather. But I'm excited to have been able to share all of the details about the upcoming trip to Japan with you tonight. And if you just joined, don't worry, I'm gonna reshare that in a community post a little bit later. Yeah, Penelope, I am super excited about Japan too. It's going to be a great trip. It's going to be quite an adventure. We'll cross the street here and then the beast is parked up on this block. And that's where we'll end the stream. But everybody, thank you. Whoa, look at that confusing signal. Do you see that? Walk, don't walk, 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 walk. What should I, oh, there we go. That was weird. I was very confused there for a minute. What do I do? What do I do? Dream Machine says, was that the sun in those clouds? Yeah, sure was. It was the last bit of daylight. The last bit. And this is one of my favorite little hidden gems right up here around the corner. The fire fountain. Let's go check it out. And it's gonna be off. Well, look, gaze upon its majesty. It's a fountain, but it looks like it's on fire, and it's not happening tonight. So that is a lousy way to end the stream. Sorry about that, friends. They turned off everything, I think, because of the Arctic weather. Wah, wah. But that's okay. All right, everybody. There is the beast. And that means we are at the end of the stream for the night. All right, you guys, thank you so much. really loved hanging out with you tonight, and I will, boom, see you next time. Bye-bye for now.